Second Corinthians 13 and 1. This is the third time I am coming to you. In the mouth of two or three witnesses shall every word be established. And with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, and Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Israel that rule well, and shalom to the Akim, Akwathium, and the speckled bird, listening and learning. Shalom. Okay, so let me read that again. 2 Corinthians 13 and 1. This is the third time I am coming to you. In the mouth of two or three witnesses shall every word be established. And what is every word? Just every word of the Holy Scriptures, man. Okay? That's why we read the Holy Scriptures precept upon precept, because you have to have those witnesses that confirm what has been spoken. All right? That confirm what has been written. You see? So what I'm going to go into today is that the prophets, I guess we can go into Jeremiah 28 and 8, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old have prophesied against many countries and great kingdoms, man, of pestilence. So the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old, we're talking about these men, okay, they come back in their lots, all right? And today you have brothers that are out here on the street corner right now that may have been Daniel or Malachi or John, Matthew, Luke. Okay, you see, Esdras. You know, a lot of them brothers may be here on the street corner, man, teaching. King David. You know, you see, a lot of these men that have been here before are here again, and we know that through I believe it's let me grab it. I'm not even gonna think about it. But let me grab it real quick. After the third and fourth generation. Okay? All right. And I got a whole lot of other scriptures I'm gonna be getting. Oops. Because I can't remember. Slovakia. Hate to start off like this. Exodus. I was going to say Exodus. And it's Exodus 34 and 7. I might as well go ahead and read it. Keep mercy for thousands, forgiving iniquity, transgression, and sin, and that will by no means clear the guilty, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children, and upon the children's children unto the third and fourth generation, which means that you return to this earth for judgment. Okay? You see? So when you return for a judgment, when you die, you go up to the spirit world, you receive a judgment, whether it be good or bad. All right? The judgment may be to come back down here and die horribly. The judgment may be to come back down here and die and, you know, return back to the spirit world, you know, as a peacefully. You see? That could be your judgment, depending on what your works were while you're here on this earth. So we being the possibly and hopefully the elect, all right, some of us may be prophets, some of us may be teachers, some of us may just be helpers of the prophets. But when we die and go to the spirit world, we receive a judgment according to what our works were while we were here on this earth. All right. So I'm going to be grabbing a few scriptures to show you, and I'm going to show you through two or three witnesses that that every word, okay, be established. All right. So I'm going to grab 1 Corinthians 14 and 3. I'm going to try not to make this too long. Okay. All right, 1 Corinthians 14 and 3. But he that prophesieth speaketh unto men to edification and to exhortation and comfort. Okay, so these scriptures are used for edification. All right, so what I'm trying to establish right now is edifying, you to give you understanding of how we understand why we know that we come back. Okay, we understand why we come back. We understand the reason for certain men to be teaching, for some men to be scoffers, or for some men to just be ignorant of what's really taking place. Okay, so I'm trying to do this for edification's sake. All right, and exhortation, because we have, there's brothers out there that are doing their thing, man. Okay, you see, and then exhorting the names of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Okay, so and allowing you to understand, that if you're doing what you're supposed to do, and that's right here. It says edification, exhortation, and comfort. Okay, if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. If you have doubt that you're not doing enough, that may be a demon message. Okay, if you have doubt that you're not doing it the way everybody else does it, all right. If you have doubt because you don't have enough videos, or no, not even that, but not enough subscribers, you know, you don't have a whole bunch of subscribers, so you're in doubt that you're not a man of the Lord. A lot of there was very little people following Yahweh Shai at the end, man. Because everybody was afraid to die. You see, so if you don't have a lot of people following you, that's okay. You see. Let me get I actually just got done reading that Exodus 34:7, but I'm going to get it again. Exodus 34:7, keeping mercy for thousands, forgiving iniquity and transgression and sin, and that will by no means clear the guilty. Okay, so we're talking about that comfort. All right, we're talking about that comfort, knowing that if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, you know what I mean? That there's comfort in that, man. There's comfort in knowing that you went above and beyond, man. You gave up your life to serve Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. You see, you made your body a living sacrifice. You see, so when you're talking about the guilty, you're talking about those that aren't doing those things, man. Those that aren't even doing videos. Those that are scoffing. Those that are still in the world. You see, we're not those people. So the guilty, visiting the iniquity, okay, the sin upon sin, okay. So like I said, when you get translated into the spirit world, what happens is you receive a judgment, okay, whether it be good or bad. All right. So if you're amongst the guilty, those that have the iniquity, the sin upon sin of the fathers, okay, upon the children and upon the children's children, the grandchildren, great-grandchildren, great-great-grandchildren, after the third and fourth generation, what happens? Those fathers return as children to act out or play out their judgment, man, on this earth. Okay? You see? Ecclesiastes 1 and 11. And there is no remembrance. Ecclesiastes 1 and 11. Okay? And there is no remembrance of former things, neither shall there be any remembrance of things that are to come with those that shall come after. So when you come back to play out your judgment, you're not going to remember that you were a badass little kid and you bust some old man upside the head with a rock. You're not going to remember that. You're not going to remember if you murdered somebody. You see? You're not going to remember if you were like a rapist, going around raping married women and you got judged for it, or you thought you got away with it. You went and died in your sleep, and then you went to the spirit world and you got judged. Okay, and after the third or fourth generation, you came back down here. You're not going to remember that's what you did. You see? But it tells you in the scriptures that you come back in your lot. Okay? So being as though it says that, it doesn't actually mean that you're going to come back and commit the same sin. It means that you're going to come back and be a wicked ass person, man. You're going to continue in your lot to be either a wicked person or a good person, somebody that loves to serve Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Even though we were asleep, our dead bodies was lying in the dead in the great city. Okay, us spiritually dead in America, we still did things that were pleasing to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, even though we were in our ignorance. Okay, because we were put in a position where we wouldn't do certain wicked ass things, okay, so that we could come back into our lot, man. Okay, like a lot of people say, if you if it's hard for you to fit in, no matter how you try, how hard you try to fit in to different friends, different types of relationships with other people, if it's difficult for you to fit in because it doesn't feel right, okay, then that's probably the reason why you were that type of person, because the Most High was dealing with you. You see? All right. So there is no remembrance of former things. All right. So you just come back and you're just some kind of weirdo or a black sheep of the family. You know what I'm saying? And that's how we have to look at this thing, man. Being a black sheep of our family, it was probably a good thing. You see? And our families still don't understand us when we're in this truth teaching. You see? And we know that there's a reason why we're doing it, but they just don't get it, man. They never will. All right? So, Wisdom of Solomon. I'm going to have to go to my other, oh, damn it. I got to go to my other. Oh, come on, man. Yeah, where you at? There we go. No, I don't want that one either. Nope. So I'll get it, y'all. Trying to go to my, this thing moved around on me. I think this is it. Let me check. I'm sorry if it's not. I'm gonna have to go back. No, this definitely ain't it. Bible. Nope. No, that's not it. Oh, here we go. I got it. Salakia. My stuff, my wife adding shit onto my tablet. All right, so I'm getting that Wisdom of Solomon. My eyeballs. 7 and 27. So, Wisdom of Solomon, 7 and 27. Salakia. And being but one, she can do all things, and remaining in herself. Is that what I'm... yeah, and being but one, she can do all things, and remaining in herself. She maketh all things new, and in all ages, entering into holy souls. And that's these holy scriptures, okay? That's wisdom. It's talking about wisdom. All right. Entering into holy souls. She maketh them friends of God, or Yahweh, and prophets. Okay. So us being in us having the Holy Spirit, us having the understanding of these holy scriptures makes us friends of the Most High, man, Yahweh. Okay, and friends of His Son, and friends of prophets, man. Okay, so we like I said, we try to make relationships on this earth and have friends, but we always figure, man, well, I just don't fit in. It just didn't. Everything didn't feel right. You had friends, but they didn't seem like friends, man. And everything that you tried to do to make friends or be a part of something, it just didn't feel right. So who are we? We're friends of the Most High Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. And like I said, there's no remembrance of former things. So we don't really realize how important to the Most High that we are, man. Lord willing, we're a part of that number. Okay? We really don't. All right? So I'm going to get Revelations. Grab Revelations 10 and 11. Revelations 10, verse 11. And he said unto me, thou must prophesy again, okay, before many peoples and nations and tongues. Who is that? That's the prophets, man. Okay. You see, he was telling John, the Revelator, all right, because John the Revelator on the island of Patmos, he didn't go out amongst the people and prophesy again. He died there, man. Okay. John died on the island. Okay. So he never prophesied again to many nations. So the angel, that angel or that prophet, okay, that was speaking to him told him, he said unto me, thou must prophesy. He told him to write everything down that he see and heard. So John was saying that the angel said unto me, thou must prophesy again before many peoples and nations and tongues and kings. So what happened? John the Revelator is back down on the earth right now, prophesying against many countries and great kingdoms, man. Okay, of war and of pestilence. So amongst one of these groups, man, is John the Revelator. You see? Because we always come back in our lot. We always come back. And the Most High was said he was going to send his prophets in the last days, man. Okay? To show his people mercy and then bring destruction. All right? 1 Corinthians 14 and 32. Oops, wrong way. 1 Corinthians 14 and 32. And the spirits of the prophets are subject to the prophets. What did I just say? The spirits of the prophets are subject to the prophets. So they had, when he sends his prophets out there, those brothers that are out there that the people are calling bums, okay, telling them to go get jobs, you know. But what was that one camp called? Great Milk, the Bumalites, you know. I'm glad that, you know, I'm glad to be a part of somebody being called a Bumalite, man. I'm not here to exalt myself. I'm here to exalt Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua, man. You see? What did I read in the exaltation, man? You know? Of who? Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua, not myself. You know? So I wouldn't call another brother. I don't give a damn what his garment look like, a bum. You know? Can't do that, man. You know, that's not a man of the Lord. You know, a man of the Lord is not going to attack another brother. You know, it's we get pissed off at other brothers, because I know I did. You know, yeah, you see, you know, you say that you're a man of the Lord, but you're doing things that are unbecoming, you know, of a man of the Lord, man. And you know, you got to be careful. You know, you see, Daniel's 12 and 13. But go thou thy way till the end, be for thou shalt rest and stand in thy lot at the end of days. Stand in thy lot. Okay? You're going to stand in your lot at the end of the days, man. Okay? But being as though there's no remembrance of former things, we don't remember who we were. We don't remember if we were one of the prophets or the apostles. Okay? You know, now we know through the scriptures, okay, and I'm getting into that, but we know through the scriptures that they thought that John the Baptist was Elijah, okay, which through the Spirit we believe that. And we know that Elijah was supposed to come back, okay, and wake up the children of Israel before that great and dreadful day, All right. So we know that Abba Bivens was the one that opened up the book to other brothers, man, to give them understanding through the Holy Spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Okay. So we know that these things are supposed to happen. See, so okay, let me read that again. Daniel 12:13. But go thou thy way till the end be, for thou shalt rest. Okay, you're going to go into the spirit world. Okay, and stand in thy lot at the end of days. And we can read Jude. Let me get, matter of fact, I'm gonna grab it. Jude, the book of Jude. What is that? 1 and 6. Yeah, 1 and 6. And the angels which kept not their first estate, but left their own habitation. So we're talking about these men, these prophets. Okay, these were angels that left their first estate, man. Okay, the Most High said, "I knew you before you were formed in the womb. I knew you before the foundation of the earth." Okay, so the 144,000 were known before the foundation of the earth, before you were formed in the womb. He said, "I knew you." Okay, so it says, and the angels which kept not their first estate, but came down here and dwelt with men. Okay, Adam. All right, the Adamites, the 144,000. You see, they came down here and dwelt with men. They left their first estate. Okay, but left their own habitation. He hath reserved in everlasting chains under darkness. And these bodies are the everlasting chains that these angels inhabit. The spirits, okay? That when they die, when the princes die like men, they return to the spirit world for judgment. Okay? Whether it be good or bad. So, but we know it says that you return. In Daniel's, it says you return in thy lot. Okay? And if you're returning in your lot, that means that your judgment was a good judgment because you're coming back to do the work. You're coming back to do the same thing that you've been doing. Okay? So when we slept, that was during the transatlantic slave trade. Okay? After 70 AD fell, the falling away came. We slept. We didn't really follow the law, statutes, and commandments the way we were supposed to. Not even the Holy Roman Empire. When blacks ruled in Europe, man. Okay? Not when we had the kingdoms of Judah and the Fort Judah over in West Africa. When the transatlantic slave trade took place and we were brought over here and our language and other heritage was whipped out of us. Okay? We slept. We didn't know that we were Israelites, man. So what had to happen? That great awakening. All right? Which that prophet Elijah came back, did what he was supposed to do in the body of Abba Bivens, man. Okay, he opened the book to the elect again, gave them the understanding through the Holy Spirit, through the Spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Okay, you see, so he hath reserved in everlasting chains under darkness these bodies. Okay, unto the judgment of the great day. So when the judgment takes place, when that great judgment takes place, when all hell starts breaking loose, the elect, those that were supposed to stand in their lot at the end of days, are going to be taken up out of here, man. They're going to get salvation. The 1/3, which includes the 144,000. Okay. So let me grab Malachi 4. Malachi 4, Salakia 5 and 6. Okay, Malachi 4, verse 5. Behold, I will send you Elijah. I just talked about that. The prophet before the coming of the great and dreadful day of Yahweh. Okay, so now we know that Elijah came back as Abba Bivens. Okay. And he shall turn the heart of the fathers to the children and the heart of the children to their fathers. That's talking about bringing your remembrance back, okay? To educate you, to bring out something that was already there, man. Okay? The understanding of the Holy Scriptures, the understanding that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua are so-called black men, the understanding that salvation is for the children of Israel, okay? You see? So that's what brothers are out here to do, man. Out on the highways and the byways. All right? making our bodies a living sacrifice. All right. And he shall turn the heart of the fathers to the children, the heart of the children to their fathers, lest I come and smite the earth with a curse. And that's what the Most High is getting ready to do, man. Because we're wait. You can already tell that the elect are close to getting being sealed, man. Okay, because this shit is getting ready to go down. It is getting ready to go down, man. Okay, and me and my wife, and we never go through this shit, man. You know, been having trouble sleeping the last damn near all week. You know, I'm waking up in the middle of the night, man. I know there's those brothers are in my crib, you know, at my door, my bedroom door, watching. I always see the shadows. I used to see the colors of their garments. Haven't seen that in a while, but I know they're there. But I'm waking up in the middle of the night, man, damn near in a panic, screaming, "All praises due to Yahweh Shem Yahushua." You know, because I know that we're getting fucking close, man. We're getting close, brothers. I'm telling you. Okay? We're getting close. I'm going to grab Matthews. Too far up top. There it is. 17 and 10. Okay? And his disciples asked him, saying, "Why then say the scribes that Elias," this is talking about Elijah, "must first come?" Why would the scribes say that? Salakia. Why would the scribes say that Elijah must come first? I just read it. It said that he has to turn the hearts of the fathers to the children and the children's hearts to the fathers. We have to search out our forefathers, man. Okay? And Yahushua answered and said unto them, "Elijah truly shall first come and restore all things." What did I just got done talking about? Okay? Abba Bivens, open that book up through the Spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, through the Holy Spirit. Okay? Gave the understanding to other brothers. How can you learn unless you be taught? You got to be taught by other brothers, man. Okay? You know, there's nobody in this thing that hasn't been taught by other brothers. Now, there's brothers that have exceeded, their teachers, because it happens. You see, because there's the Most High gives people talents, man. You got to understand that. All right. So it said, "Truly shall first Elijah shall truly come, first come and restore all things. But I say unto you that Elias is come already, and they knew him not." And that's talking about John the Baptist, man. Okay? You see? Because we have reincarnation. Is back in or return. Let me look at here. I got it in. Okay, is back again. Incarnate is in the flesh. So reincarnate, back in the flesh, man. Okay, that's how we come back after the third and fourth generation. You see? All right. Let me see what I got to go to. I did read to 12. Yep. All right, let me grab John 1 and 19. All right, and this is the record of John when the Jews sent priests and Levites from Jerusalem to ask him, "Who art thou?" So they're curious, because this man was doing things similar to Yahushua. Was let me read. "And he confessed and denied not, but confessed, I am not Hamashiach." You see, because he was doing things, man. He was doing miracles and shit. Salakia. He was doing miracles. My throat is a little scratchy, man. I'm sorry. So, "And he confessed and denied not, but confessed, I am not Hamashiach." And they asked him, "What then art thou, Elijah, or Elias, or Elijah?" And he said, "I am not." So there's no the remembrance of former things, Salakia. "Art thou that prophet?" Okay, and he answered, "No." Then said they unto him, "Who art thou, that we may give an answer to them that sent us?" So these scribes and Pharisees were trying to find out who this man was. Okay, you see? What sayest thou of thyself? He said, I am the voice of one crying in the wilderness. Make straight the way of the Lord, as said the prophet Elijah. Isaiah, Salakia. And they which were sent were of the Pharisees. Okay, so they're trying to pick this man apart, John the Baptist apart, because they see him doing similar things. You know, he's preaching Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah. Okay, and they ain't feeling it, man. All right. Okay, so they believed him to be Elijah, come back, and they thought that that was the great and dreadful day, man. That Elijah was going to return, wake up the children of Israel, and that was going to be it, man. Okay. Salakia. Matthew 11:14. And if ye will receive it, this is Elias, which was for to come. He that hath ears to hear, let him hear. So we're telling you that Elijah, okay, came back as John the Baptist, and then came back now, okay, as Abba Bivens. Okay, after that 350 years, man, at 3.5 days. Okay. Elijah the prophet came back as Abba Bivens and started to bring the hearts of the fathers back to the children. And the children, their hearts back to the fathers, man. So we had to search out our fathers. We had to search out the understanding of who we really are, man. Okay, now the whole world is really starting to find out who we are, man. And they're horrified. They're absolutely positively horrified, man, about finding out that the people in the Bible are so-called black people, man. The Israelites are so-called blacks, man. Okay, these prophets, man, these brothers that been out on the street corners, these brothers are ancient spirits, man. Coming back. You know, that's a horror to these people, man. You know, that's something that they just can't stomach, man. They're burning Bibles and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, they found out Jesus, Yahweh Shai is a so-called black man, or they've been ignorantly calling Jesus. So now they're burning the Bibles, man. You see? This is Esau. This is the man that says he cares and loves, man. He ain't nothing but a fucking demon, a damn liar. All right? You see? Did I read 15? I sure did. Matthew 17. And 10. And his disciples asked him, saying, why then say the scribes that Elias must first come? Am I reading some more? Yep. And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Elias truly shall first come and restore all things. But I say unto you that Elias is... Did I read that already? I sure did. Salakia. All right. 17. Yeah, 10 to 13. Yeah, I did read that. All right. And okay, so let me read it again, because I did go down to 13 because there's a point to be made. Okay. So, and his disciples asked him, saying, and they're talking to Yahushua, then say the scribes that Elias must come first. And Yahushua answered and said to them, Elias truly shall first come and restore all things. Okay, now that's not talking about Elijah returning then and in the form of John the Baptist. Okay, that's not talking about 80. That's talking about present time, man, which I said is Abba Bivens. Okay, but I say unto you that Elias has come already, and they knew him not, John the Baptist. Okay, but have done unto him whatsoever they listed, likewise shall also the Son of Man suffer. That's him talking about his own death, because they had chopped off John the Baptist's head. There's a woman a king asked a woman what she would have, and she asked for the head of John the Baptist. Okay, a wicked ass woman, man. All right, and he's talking about his own demise. And then the disciples understood that he spake unto them of John the Baptist, because John the Baptist came back. He was Elias or Elijah coming back. They put him to death, and then he said that he was going to suffer the same fate. They're going to put me to death. Okay, so then when we read that Elias shall first come and restore all things, that's talking about, like I said, Abba Bivens, man. All right, so you get that understanding. Let me get Revelations 11 and 11. All right, and after 3 days and a half, that's that 350 years I just got them speaking about. Okay, after that 350 years, after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from Yahweh entered into them. Okay, so when Abba Bivens, okay, after that 350 years, 3.5 days, 350 years, okay, 1919, all of Israel, northern and southern kingdom were being oppressed together. You can read that in the scriptures, how they were oppressed together here in America. Okay, that 350 years, 1619 to 1969 was roughly 350 years. Okay, so after that 3.5 days, the spirit of life, so the Most High gave us the understanding through Abba Bivens, through the Holy Spirit, through Yahweh, the spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shai, the understanding of who we were and how the scriptures are actually supposed to be read, who the northern and southern kingdom was, what the end of this man's kingdom was going to look like. Okay, that's why we're teaching the downfall of America, because we know that we're getting ready to get the kingdom. All right, because that's why the Most High set it up that way. Put us through a harsh captivity, and then then we're going to stand upon our feet, and the great fear was going to fall upon these people, man. So now great fear is actually starting to fall upon these people, man. Okay? All right, now I'm going to read that. All right, and after 3 days and a half, 350 years, the spirit of life from Yahweh entered into them through Abba Bivens, getting the understanding through the Holy Spirit. And they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. Okay? So these people are horrified right now that they have had the children of Israel in the harshest and I mean, this is the worst goddamn captivity that the children of Israel have ever experienced, man. Okay, and they were supposed to, after our physical bondage, were supposed to let us. They were supposed to leave us go, man. And the scriptures say that they continued the affliction. Okay, so you people have to pay for that. Second Esdras. Let me grab Second Esdras. 14 and 35. Okay, for after death shall judgment come. Okay, so we're talking about now. I'm going to go get into the aspect of the spirit, going back into the spirit world, and after judgment, when shall? Oh, let me read that again. So we're getting into the aspect of the spirit going to the spirit world and getting judged. Okay, because we have already established that we come back in our lots. Okay. All right. For after death shall the judgment come, when we shall live again, and then shall the names of the righteous be manifest, and the works of the ungodly shall be declared. Okay, so we have to die on this side. Okay, if we die on this side, we're going to come back accordingly. Okay, because you have a judgment, whether it be good or bad, like I said before. All right. Jeremiah 28 and 8, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old, man. Okay. All right. Ecclesiastes 3 and 16. All right. And moreover, I saw under the sun, okay, the place of judgment under the sun on the earth, man. So the place of judgment is on the earth. That wickedness was there, and the place of righteousness. That iniquity was there. Okay? So you're talking about the earth, man. All right? And moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment. Okay? What place is under the sun? The earth. It's not the spirit world down here. It's not hell. Okay? For you guys that are out there teaching hell. All right? You see? This is the earth. This is where judgment takes place. All right? Go to the spirit. You die, you go to the spirit world, you get judgment, whether it be good or bad. And then you come down here and your judgment gets played out, man. All right? 2 Corinthians 5 and 10. For we must all appear before the judgment seat of Hamashiach, that everyone may receive the things done in his body according to that he hath done, whether it be good or bad. You appear before the judgment seat, and then you come down onto the earth, like the scripture before I just got done reading. Okay, Ecclesiastes 3 and 16, the place under the sun where judgment takes place. Okay, all right. Whether good or bad, whether your judgment is good or bad, you got to come back down here to the earth and play it out. Second Esdras. Oops, got to go back to that one. Second Esdras 14 and 35. Okay, so yeah, let me read that again, because that's what I was going to. All right, for thus shall the judgment come, when we shall live again, and then shall the names of the righteous be manifest. Okay, for after death the judgment comes, then the place under the sun where the judgment takes place. Okay, you see? And we all must appear before the judgment seat. All right? So we come back to the earth for judgment, man. You don't go to hell and burn the fuck up for eternity, man. That's complete madness. All right? You guys that are out there teaching that shit, get the book of Job 19 and 25. For I know that my Redeemer liveth, and that he shall stand at the latter day upon the earth. And though after my skin worms destroy this body, yet in my flesh shall I see Yahweh. Okay? I'm going into the spirit world. I'm going back to the spirit world. Okay? And though after my skin worms destroy, that's this flesh, this body that we're in. Okay? Shall behold, and Slakia, and though after my skin worms destroy this body, yet in my flesh shall I see Yahweh. Because when we go to the spirit world, we have a certain type of body, man, when we go there. Okay? Not this corruptible flesh, man. All right? All righty. Psalms 104. Way too far here, brother. Psalms 104 and 30. Thou sendest forth my spirit, they are created, and thou renewest the face of the earth. And what is that talking about? They're talking about after the third and fourth generation. Okay? If he's sending forth your spirit, what is he doing? He's sending your spirit back down there after the judgment. Okay? You die, you go to the spirit world, you get a judgment after the third and fourth generation. Thou, Yahweh, Bashim Yahushua, sendeth forth thy spirit. They are created, okay? Those spirits that are created, all right, that have been created, and now renewest the space of the earth. That's why you have billions of people on the earth, man, because you have a lot of people that are here for judgment right now. There weren't 8 billion people on the planet the whole time, man. When you go back to the flood, you know, that's funny I said that, right? Because how many people were on the ark, man? How many people were on the ark? 8. And they say roughly 8 billion people on the planet right now. They have to kill 700 million, 7,500,000,000, because they want to maintain humanity at 500 million. Okay, so there's roughly 8 billion people, and 8 people survived the flood. Okay, that's not ironic, man. That's something that the Most High does, because these 8 billion people, a lot of these people are wicked as hell, and a lot of them, mainly Esau, Edom, and 2/3 are going to be put to death. Okay, all right. So thou sendest forth thy spirit; they are created, and thou renewest the face of the earth. After the second and third, or the third or fourth generation, we come back down here. Okay, and that's to renew the earth and come and people being sent back down to play out their judgments, man. Okay, so I'm going to get into. I'm going to start. I'm going to talk a little bit about Solomon. So I'm going to go to 2 Samuel. Okay, because Solomon, we know that Adam, okay, was Isaac. We know that Isaac came back as, we believe, Melchizedek. We believe Melchizedek came back as Elijah, John the Baptist. Okay, John the Baptist, Abba Bivens. Okay, all right. That's when you read the scriptures, if you understand that. I'm not going to get into that, but I want to go into Solomon. Okay, because we know that Solomon came back as Yahushua. All right, that's just plain and simple. All right. And I forgot to mention that. All right. So, Salaki, I'm a little tired. Might have misspoke. I'm not sure. Can't remember what I just said. But 2 Samuel 7 and 13. Okay. All right, 2 Samuel. 2 Samuel, is it 7? Yeah, 7 and 13. He shall build an house for my name, and I will establish the throne of his kingdom forever. Okay, this is talking about Yahushua. I will be his father, and he shall be my son. If he commit iniquity, I will chasten him with the rod. Okay, this is talking about, I believe this is David. Okay, talking about Solomon, or Yahweh telling us, David, that he was going to be, that Solomon was going to be his son. Salakia, getting a little tongue twisted. Solomon was going to be his son. Okay, Yahweh's son. Okay, and he said if he does anything wrong, that he was going to chasten him with the rod of men and with the stripes of the children of men. So let's remember that word rod. Okay, let me look at that. Okay, a rod, a staff, shaft, a spear, a dart. Okay, unused root, probably meaning branch. Okay, let me go back, close that. So remember the word rod, because we're going to get into a couple other scriptures that's going to explain what the rod is, when he's telling King David that Solomon was going to be his son. Okay, I will be his father, and he shall be my son. If he commit iniquity, I will chasten him. Okay, with the rod. And we know that Solomon was never beaten with a rod. Okay, with the rod of men and with the stripes of the children of men. Okay, we know that for a fact. All right, but we know that Solomon went off in his old age and made temples for some women of the other nations. All right, so that's a whole nother video. But let's get let me grab Hebrews 7 and 26. So Hebrews 7 and 26, for such an high priest became. So let me start that over. Hebrews 7 and 26. For such an high priest became us, who is holy, harmless, undefiled, separate from sinners, and made higher than the heavens. That's talking about Yahweh Shai. Okay? All right. So we were talking about Solomon in the previous scripture, which is 2 Samuel 7:13 and 14, where he was going to be called the son of the Most High, Yahweh. Okay. And if he sinned, that he will be beaten with the stripes of men. This was talking about Solomon. So we know that Yahweh Shai came and he was sinless. All right. For such an high priest became us who is holy. Okay, harmless, undefiled. Yahweh Shai didn't have any sin. Okay, was separate from sinners. Okay, when Yahweh Shai came, he had no sin, okay, against him. All right, and made higher than the heavens. Okay, let me read. Let me read Matthew 27 and 27. Get to the point. Just get to the point. Let's get to the point. Matthew 27 and 27, y'all. All right. All right, let's read Matthew 27 and 27. Then the soldiers of the governor took Yahweh Shai into the common, being of no sin. This is a man of no sin. Okay. Now we know that in 2 Samuel 7 and 13 and 14, he said the Most High was telling Daniel if he does not sin, okay. But if he does sin, then he will be beaten with the rod of men. Okay. Okay. The rod. Let's remember the rod. All right. So Solomon did go off in his old age. He did sin in his old age. Okay. You get a little loopy when you get older, especially when you got some fine ass young women crawling around you. All right. You see? All right. So Solomon sinned in his old age, but Yahweh Shai was blameless. All right. So then the soldiers of the governor took Yahweh Shai into the common hall and gathered unto him the whole band of soldiers. Okay. And what am I reading? 230. And they stripped him and put on him a scarlet robe. And when they had plaited a crown of thorns, they put it upon his head. Okay. So they made a crown of thorns, man, and put it upon his head. And a reed in his right hand, and they bowed the knee before him and mocked him, saying, Hail, King of Jews. And they spit upon him and took the reed. Now let's see what this reed is. Okay. All right. So the reed, kalamos, kalamos. Okay. I'm going to read the Thayer definition. 1. And this is G2563. Okay. All right, Strong's G2563. The reed, kalamos, a reed. Number 2, a staff made of a reed staff. Number 3, a measuring reed or rod. Okay. So let's go back to now we're talking about that reed that Yahweh Shai was beaten with. All right. That reed that Yahweh Shai was beaten with. Let's go back to 2 Samuel 7. Second Samuel 7 and 13. Nope. 7 and 13, Tyrone. All right. Okay. 2 Samuel 7 and 13. Now, Yahweh Shai, they just said Yahweh Shai was beaten with a reed. Okay, which we know now in the Strong's definition, G2563 is a rod. All right, and I'm reading 2 Samuel 7 and 13. He shall build an house for my name, and I will establish the throne of his kingdom. This was talking about Solomon, but Yahweh Shai is really speaking about Yahweh Shai. Okay, I will be his father, and he shall be my son. If he commit iniquity, all right, I will chasten him with the rod. He said that he was going to chasten Solomon with the rod. But Solomon only sinned in his old age, and he never was beaten with the rod of men and with the stripes of the children of men. Okay? So Solomon was never beaten because of his sin. All right. But Yahweh Shai, it said he was going to, Solomon was going to be beat with the rod. We know in Matthew 27 to 30, that it speaks about Yahweh Shai being beaten with a reed. And when you look that up in the Strong's definition, G2563, we know that that reed is talking about the rod in 2 Samuel 7 and 14. Okay? So I'm not going to make this any longer. I hope you enjoy it. Please share if you do. Hit that like button. And I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Makabadash. And Shalom to the Akim, Akwathiam, and the speckled bird listening and learning. Shalom.